Chapter 12. Now the Lord said unto Abram, Get you out of your country, and from your kindred, and from your father's house, unto the land that I will show you. And I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you, and make your name great, and be you a blessing. And I will bless them that bless you, and him that curses you will I curse, and in you shall all the families of the earth be blessed. So Abram went, as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. And Abram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran. And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan. And into the land of Canaan they came. And Abram passed through the land unto the place of Shechem, unto the terebinth of Moreh. And the Canaanite was then in the land. And the Lord appeared unto Abram, and said, Unto your seed will I give this land. And he builded there an altar unto the Lord, who appeared unto him. And he removed from there unto the mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, and Ai on the east. And he builded there an altar unto the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord. And Abram journeyed, going on still toward the south. There was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there. For the famine was sore in the land. And it came to pass, when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarai his wife, Behold now, I know that you are a fair woman to look upon. And it will come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see you, they will say, This is his wife, and they will kill me. But you they will keep alive. Say, I pray you, You art my sister, that it may be well with me for your sake, and that my soul may live because of you. And it came to pass that when Abram was come into Egypt, that the Egyptians beheld the woman, that she was very fair. And the princes of Pharaoh saw her, and praised her to Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. And he dealt well with Abram for her sake, and he had sheep and oxen, and he asses, and men servants, and maidservants, and she asses, and camels. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh called Abram, and said, What is this that you have done unto me? Why didst you not tell me that she was your wife? Why sayest you, She is my sister, so that I took her to be my wife? Now therefore, behold your wife. Take her and go your way. And Pharaoh gave men charge concerning him, and they brought him on the way, and his wife, and all that he had. All right, let's go back up, verse 1. Now, in the last chapter, we had the story of Babel, that tower men built, thought they could make a way, I guess, to heaven, maybe to fight with the Lord, try to take over that kingdom as well. But we had the genealogies of Shem, and that genealogy would lead up to Abram. Abram, it means the exalted father, or the father's exalted. And his father dies. Terach dies in the last chapter at the end of it, and they was in the land or the city of Haran, and that's the mountain near the high places, or the one who treads the high places. We are going to pick up here in verse 1. Now the Lord said unto Abram, Get you out of your country, and from your kindred, and from your father's house, unto the land that I will show you. So the Lord says unto Abram, Go ahead and leave here, get you out of your country, this place that you're living, this place that you're from, your family, your father's house, whom had just died, unto the land that I will show you. And so he's going to go. He has no place to go, and in other words, he's going to leave there and go out on his own, too. And I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you, and make your name great, and be you a blessing. And Abram done knew because of the great idolatry that was in the earth, and Abram was this one who only believed in the Lord, who had revealed himself to him, I guess, through common sense. And this is what separated him, and this is the understanding in the Spirit that was speaking and saying, surely, sooner or later, everybody else has to wake up. 3. And I will bless them that bless you, and him that curses you will I curse, and in you shall all the families of the earth be blessed. And I will bless you. I will bless them that bless you. All those that are thankful for that understanding will see that the sticks and stones ain't God, and these things that men make and all this creation that they've got, that ain't God. And him that curses you will I curse, and those that are against that understanding will find out the Lord's against you. He's got you right there under your little, not a God. And in you shall all the families of the earth be blessed. One way or the other we'll find. 4. So Abram went, as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. So Abram goes, the Father's exalted, or the exalted Father, however you want to interpret it. Just like the Lord had spoken unto him, he went. Lot goes with him. Well, Lot is his nephew. Lot is the son of his brother, Haran, the man, not the city. Lot means covering. It's a veil. It's just something that's hidden. We'll find out a little something covered over. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran, out of that place where they the mountains, that city of Haran. And 70, that's 7 tenths. That's 70. That's 7 is for the it's going to finish, complete. It's going to perfect the law, and grace shall be in the greater understandings of it. He departed from the treading of the high places. 5. And Abram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran. And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan, and into the land of Canaan they came. And Abram, the exalted Father, the Father's exalted, took Sarai. Sarai, we remember, means princess. Sarah is a ruler, or one who is in charge. This being the kind of the feminine sense of that. With the princess, like this feminine ruler, not the highest ruler, or this one who has a charge, we might say, one who has a charge, his wife. And your wife is always a reflection of your own understanding. That's what your wife is, a woman. A woman is from man, something that comes from man, and when you take one to wife, that's going to be your own understanding. And Lot was his brother's son. We remember Quran died before Terach. We don't got the whole story here in the canon, but we will when we get to Jasher find out what happened to Haran. Haran was the brother of Abram. Brother means one who has the same understanding, comes from the same father. And he took, and the son, the one that come forth from Haran, was Lot. The one that was that covering, or was something a little hidden there. They gather up all the souls, these ones that was with them, and they call them souls because they were alive. They had the same understanding, and they had gotten in Haran, and they went forth from the land of Canaan. Or they went forth to go into the land of Canaan, and Canaan means humbled, humility, that place of humility. Well, and it's very simple. They didn't have the understanding. It was like everybody else around them. Everybody else had all these not gods, these other gods around them. And they was worshiping this, and Abram, and Sarai, and Lot, and got a whole different way of thinking. 6. And Abram passed through the land into the place of Sichem, unto the terebinth of Moreh. and the Canaanite was then in the land. And Abram, that exalted father, the fathers exalted, passed through the land into the place of Sichem. Sichem means your shoulder, your back. I refer to it as the place behind you. The shoulder is the place where you carry your burden, that place where the burden sits on your shoulder, that place of carrying it. And it's that past. It's the place where you bear up the past to that terebinth mora. And the terebinth here is a tree. Probably was a group of trees in the big trees of Moreh, huge, these, and that's Moreh means teaching. It's these trees of teaching. There's many ways to look at that. And the Canaanite was then in the land, and these of humility was already in the land. These would be the children of Canaan, who was the son of Ham, the son of Noah, and they was in the land already. They was already living there, and we're going to find out these are those that are already humbled. 7. And the Lord appeared unto Abram, and said, Unto your seed will I give this land. And he builded there an altar unto the Lord, who appeared unto him. And the Lord appeared. Did he show up physically? Does he have to? His presence is there. We can see. There's other ways to see than just with our eyes. Our mind has the ability to perceive, and I believe that would be more in the fitting of this one. This Lord here is that holy name. The Shem had its presence. The name was present unto Abraham, and said, Unto your seed will I give this land, this place. And he builded there an altar unto the Lord, who appeared unto him. So Abraham builds an altar. An altar is a place to slay, a place to make atonement, would be what it was. And it made plain. It was a little plain spot to offer on to the Lord. That holy name, the presence that appeared, or the presence, we'll find out, that was known unto Abram as the one God. 8. Or in the understanding of this, that this is God. 8. And he removed from there unto the mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, and Ai on the east. And he builded there an altar unto the Lord, and he called upon the name of the Lord. So he goes away from there, actually. He removed from there. It means to leave from that place unto the mountain on the east, that one that was to the east of Bethel. Bethel means the house of the mighty one. And this would be that mountain, or that high place that was towards the enlightenment from the house of the mighty one. We'll find they had already built in the land this house of God, and they pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, and that was that house of the mighty one that man had made on the west. That's that way of where the sun goes down. That's the way of darkness. And Ai on the east. Ai means that place of ruin. That place of ruin. It was on the east. That's that way towards enlightenment, towards understanding, towards the coming forth of light. And he built there an altar unto the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord. So it was between these two places, a place of darkness and the place of ruin. And Abram journeyed, going on still towards the south. So Abram, exalted father's exalted, journeys on. He keeps on going south. South always towards that parched place, the dry place. And there's a little wetness down there Always is. That's what that parched place was for from the beginning. There was a famine in the land. Abram 10. And Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was sore in the land. And there was a famine. Famine is a hunger, a dearth. There was a lack of food. There was trouble. There was problems in the land. The land was under a strain. And Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, to live there. Egypt is that land of crypts, that land of traps, snares, holes. I've called it in the past Mitzrayim. That's what it's been referred to in the chapters just prior to. It's all one place, the place of cops, the place of graves, holes, snares. We'll find out what they've got going on there as we go on through the book. 11. Came to pass, when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarai, his wife, Behold now, I know that you are a fair woman to look upon. So Abram's getting ready to go on down, and he's getting near to go into Egypt, that place. And he says to Sarai, his wife, to the princess, this one who reflects his understanding, Behold now, I know you are a fair woman to look upon. I know you are beautiful. 12. And it will come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see you, that they will say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but you they will keep alive. So Abram done knows how they are, because the understanding's already out there about these ones. He knows who the Pharaoh is. It's no great secret. They had news back then, just like we got news today. And when he knows that all these great men, all these mighty men, they'll take your wives away from you, as many daughters as they want, as many wives as they want. We already know that. These ones that was in charge over top, these kings, these Pharaoh, it's all the same thing. We'll find out who the Pharaoh is when we get to the book of Yasher. But he says they're going to kill me, and they're going to keep you alive. And, of course, she would become the Pharaoh's wife then. 13. Say, I pray you, you are my sister, that it may be well with me for your sake, and that my soul may live because of you. So he tells her to say that you're my sister, that it may be all right with me for your sake, and they'll keep me alive because of you, because of what you said. So to say my sister is to simply means one who has the same understanding from our Father. 14. And it came to pass that when Abram was come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman, that she was very fair. So sure enough, Abram comes into Egypt, and just like he already knew, the Egyptians, these ones from that place of seen Sarai, and they knew she was very beautiful. 15. And the princes of Pharaoh saw her, and praised her to Pharaoh, and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. And the princes, these are those under rulers, these ones that Pharaoh sets in charge. They got no authority other than that which the Pharaoh give them. They see her. They say, yeah, there's one for the Pharaoh, just like they're used to doing in times past. They deliver up to Pharaoh. Pharaoh means the great house, the big house, the ones in charge, and praised her to Pharaoh. So they'd say, oh, look, she's most beautiful. You've got to have her. And they take her unto Pharaoh's house, unto the great house. 16. And he dealt well with Abram for her sake, and he had sheep and oxen, and he asses, and men servants, maid servants, she asses, and camels. As long as Pharaoh knew that it was his sister, he didn't have a problem. We'll see here, he was just throwing gifts at Abram, trying to buy him off. 17. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues, because of Sarai, Abram's wife. So the Lord, who else is going to exact justice upon the Pharaoh's house. But the Lord himself, that's the presence of the Lord, that holy name, that which is right or wrong. The Lord's always that which is right, correct. And he's going to plague the Pharaoh, plague his house, trouble it, give it a lot of problems because of Sarai, Abram's wife. It wasn't no immediate thing that she would become the Pharaoh's wife. There was a process that she would have to go through. But meanwhile, the Pharaoh was suffering. He was having problems because of Abram's wife. 18. And Pharaoh, Abram, the exalted father's wife. 18. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this that you've done unto me? Why did you tell me that she was your wife?" So Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What'd you do this for? That great house. Why didn't you tell me that she was your wife? That this was your understanding?" Because the Lord had done plagued Pharaoh. That understanding wasn't going to be no good to him. It belonged to another. 19. "Why saidst you, she is my sister? So that I took her to be my wife. Now therefore, behold your wife, take her and go your way." Why said you, "She is my sister"? Why'd you say she was an understanding that come from your father, so that I took her to be my wife? Now therefore, behold your wife. This is a reflection of your understanding. Take her and go your way. They didn't want nothing to do with her. 20. And Pharaoh gave men charge concerning him. They brought him on the way, and his wife, and all that he had. So the great house didn't want nothing to do with the exalted father and his understanding. So he gives some men some charge, and they brought him on the way, and all that they had. And we're going to pick it up here in Genesis chapter 13. Return.